Hi Flosstube, welcome back to my channel. You found me on YouTube at Mandy Meets Stitches. This is my channel about cross stitch, Flosstube channel, and a little bit of quilting. If you're new, thank you for tuning in, and if you're returning, thank you for watching. It's been about 2 weeks since my last video. I had a busy couple weeks at work. We've just been seeing an outrageous number of people. Kids, thanks to the whole, COVID pandemic, everybody wants their kid tested for COVID. So I don't want to go into all that. All I can say is wear your mask, get the vaccine. It is Saturday, the 21st of August, and this is Flosstube 41. And so I'm just going to jump right in. Like I said, it was a crazy week. I don't really want to talk about it because it was busy and stressful, and other than that, family is the same. Levi has finished 2 weeks of kindergarten and he loves it. He's doing really well. I drop him off. I don't drop him off at the bus every day. My husband does some days, but he just gets right on, no issues. So yeah, I'm off this weekend, thank God. So I spend some time with the family. Sorry if you hear a lot of ruckus. My husband's starting to cook dinner, and both the kids are awake. I was trying to get this in while the little one slept, but it didn't happen. So yeah, lots of noise downstairs. Okay, so in this video, I have a good bit of haul. I have a couple finishes, a couple whips. I didn't get a ton of stitching in just because I was tired after work. And so I'll start with the quilt behind me. This is a quilt called Cadence Court. It's by Sassafras Lane. It was a monthly block stitch along block of the month. There we go. That I participated in with that quarter shop. I want to say it started May. I think it was 2019. Maybe March 29. I don't know. It's been about 2 years and this is just the top. I haven't quilted it yet, mostly because I'm afraid to quilt it. It's an intricate pattern, so I don't think I could just do an all over quilt pattern, which is what I usually do. I think it needs custom quilting, and I am kind of scared to do that because I'm not very good at it. So it was a block of the month. You got basically two blocks every month, these are paper pieced. So it's all paper pieced. The blocks are this shape, and so you'd get two a month, and yeah, the book was separate, and you had to make the paper piece templates separately, but it was fine. I copied them and printed out the stuff on my home printer, so it was easy enough. It was enjoyable. I was able to keep up with it pretty good. I think I maybe got behind towards the end, but yeah. I can't remember the name of the fabric line. Maybe it's by the same people, maybe by Sassafras Lane. I don't remember. Anyways, so yeah, that's my quilt feature of the video. I have one FFO that's small, and then a couple finishes, so I'll just get into that. This is the FFO. This was Hello Fall by Stitching with the Housewives, stitched on 14 count chalkboard black. I think it's mostly the called for colors. I finished it on a board from Hobby Lobby. And then the top is just 3 little acorns that I glued on there and a sunflower. So it's cute. It'll just sit on my hutch, or maybe if I get organized enough to make a tiered tray this go around, I will. And then let's see, I have 3 other finishes. I know I said I didn't get a lot of stitching done, and it feels like I didn't, but it's been 2 weeks. So this is Patchwork Crow by Heart and Hand. And so yeah, I finished it. I think when I showed it to you last time, I just had the crow to fill in, so I got all that done. And yeah, I'm pretty pleased with having this finished. I'd like to get it. I'd like to find a frame for it. It's stitched on 28 count Ren by Picture This Plus with just similar colors, but they're just from my stash. So that's that. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. And then I've done 2 of the like fall releases from Stitching with the Housewives, the smalls. This first one just came out Wednesday, so I got it stitched up pretty quick. Fall Jar by Stitch with the Housewives. It is with mostly the called for colors. This teal and the pumpkins are a Be Stitch Me Silk, but it's, you know, similar to the way they stitched it. So this came together pretty quick. I started it Wednesday when it came out. Yeah, and I stitched on that. And then this one is Pumpkin Farm. These were both stitched on 27 count Linda that I got from Fat Quarter Shop. I actually really enjoy stitching on the Linda. It is like a true black, but I have a good light, so it's not hard to see. And it's not like initially as stiff as the chalkboard Ada, so it's a little bit nicer to stitch in hand. Yeah, I messed up in counting on this piece somewhere, but I don't think you can tell too much. Like the truck wheels are not, yeah, this wheel's 1 stitch lower, but I think once I get it finished, you won't be able to tell. I don't know where I messed up in the counting. I couldn't find it. Not that I would have ripped it out, but I couldn't find it either way. Okay, so that's it for finishes. I have some whips to show you, but I thought I'd show you my progress on the other quilt that I talked about a couple weeks ago. So this is what it'll look like finished. I got this kit from Happy Little Stitch Shop. It is a pattern by Fig Tree. Fig Tree? That's the name of the... Is that the company? It's called Pumpkins and Blossoms, yeah, by Fig Tree & Co., I guess, Joanna Figueroa. I think the fabric line is Pumpkins and Blossoms. So this was a kit that Moda puts together. So yeah, I have all the center blocks, center like stars done, and then now I'm working on the outer stars for all of them. So I got 1 block almost totally done. I just have to do the half corner square triangles or whatever they're called. But yeah, this is so much piecing. It's like, but I'm pretty happy with my corners are lining up decently, and yeah, I think it'll be it'll be a big quilt, 72 by 72. So maybe I'll be able to put it on my bed. It won't be like a full queen size bed, but it'll be close enough. Okay, so on to whips. This is one that I started as part of Cross Stitch Summer Camp. Cross Stitch Camp, yeah, by Colorado Cross Stitcher. I'm stitching it with Suitor Bee by the Blue Flower. She has some beautiful market releases coming that I've pre-ordered 2 of them, I think. But yeah, you should go check out her market releases. But anyway, Needlework Expo, not market, sorry. Suitor Bee by the Blue Flower. It's stitched on 40 count Lakeside Linen. I can't remember the name. I'm stitching it with the called for MPIs. This is as far as I've got. I am slow on 40 count, and I haven't been pulling this one out to work on it because it's tiny and I'm slow. And I guess I just once I get going on it, it's not too bad. But the goal was to finish this by end of August. I have 10 days. I don't know if it'll happen. I'm not that stressed out if it doesn't. There's like prizes you get for participating in summer camp, but I don't know. I'm not really in it for the prizes. So, but I got all the finishing stuff, the finishing supplies from to make it as a pillow, like it shows on the cover. That's that, and I like the MPIs. This was my first time stitching with them. I'm not like in love with the linen. I don't dislike it, but people like rave about Lakeside, and I don't know if it's just because it's such a small count, and maybe I'm just not that picky when it comes to my fabric. I don't know. I'm not saying like it's bad. It's still good, fine to stitch on, but it's not like, oh, I need to have all the Lakeside. Anyways, tangent. Okay, and then I was participating in Uno on semi-sane stitchers, and I say was because I've really just fallen off the bandwagon. But I'll show you my progress on some of them. So this, well, on all of them. It was 4 pieces. Basically, a wheel was spun every day, and you stitched on whatever number was assigned to that whip. Usually it was like 100 stitches, well, between 100 and 200 stitches. If they called Uno, you had to stitch 100 on each piece. And that's where they lost me. And Uno got spun, and I didn't have time to stitch 100 on each piece. And so I was just kind of like, I don't really feel like doing it anymore. I'm finding that I am good for events for about 2 weeks, and then I lose steam on them. So yeah, I like Magazine Monthly Challenge has an event coming up next month, like called ABC Bingo, ABC Bingo, and you're supposed to pick like a whip for each letter of the alphabet, or it doesn't have to be a different whip, it can be the same whip, but I don't know. I'm kind of torn if I should participate on it because I'm like, really, I just kind of stitch what I want when I want, but sometimes I want a little bit of guidance. So I don't know. We'll have to see when it gets a little closer to September. Anyways, this is one of the whips I worked on. It's called Autumn Meditation. It's by Carolyn Manning Designs, and it was in just cross stitch December 2020. So there's the what the finished piece will look like. Here is, oh, sorry, floss is stuck. Here's my progress. Let's see. I'm stitching it on a piece of, it's either 28 or 32 count Lemon by Be Stitch Me. It's a Lugana, and I'm stitching it with the called for floss, which is, they're all classic colorworks. They're super, super pretty and fall-ish. So I kind of have been feeling drawn to like pull this out and finish on it. It's a lot of color changes, which makes it hard to want to stitch on a lot, but I still really like it. Okay, and the next one I chose was one by Ink Circles. It's called Green Damsel. So this is what the finished piece will look like. And then here's my, I actually made a good bit of progress on this. Here's my progress. So I'm kind of filling in all the brown, and then I'll start the other colors, I think. There's like brown kind of out here, so I might have to fill in some colors in order to count to that. But I'm using Flower Silk from Stitchy Box. And I don't think you need 2 skeins of green. I think that's just what I had 2 of the same color, so I just pulled them just in case. Hopefully I have enough. Oh, the fabric is, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it's a Be Stitched Me. I want to say it's like Sandollar, Sandstone, something like that. It's a 32 count Lugana probably. Okay, and then this is an Alforest pattern that I really like it. I don't know why I like it, but I do. It's called Around the Sun. Try to get so you can't see that. So that's what it looks like. And I pulled silks from my stash. So these are all, I think all but one of them is like are silks. They're mostly Belle Soie. There's a few Be Stitch Me's in there. And I'm stitching it on this piece, it's called 30, it's a 36 count. I actually think it goes this way. I think it's called Stormy Night Skies. Oh, it's right here. Dark Storm Clouds. That was close. And it's by To Die For Fabrics. So I'm trying to get that big old sun done, and then I'll probably feel like it'll go pretty quick because the rest won't be that bad. But I think it's just the dark 36 count that's kind of making me not as excited to stitch on it. Okay, and then this last one is a Long Dog Samplers Pavane for these times. This is just every time I see this stitched up, I'm like, oh, I drool. So, and I'm stitching it. This was my New Year, New Start. I didn't really set a goal to like finish it or anything in the year, but and this is stitched on a piece of 36 count. I think it's Tycho by Picture This Plus. And so this is my progress. I started at the top corner, went all the way down. Yeah, and I started coming up. So it won't be that, I mean, it'll be big. It'll probably be a pain to frame, but the color is a Bestitch Me Silk. I don't know if you can see the variegation. It's like a purple to gray, and it's actually really like, in person, I really like it. I was a little worried about, this is what it looks like on the skein while I cut it, but I was a little worried about how it was going to stitch up, and I like it a lot. I'm stitching it with one strand over two. So that's that. And that was all of my Uno pieces. And so yeah, pretty much dropped out of Uno for now. And then my last whip is, okay, so I was watching Shannon Bromo, the Soda Stitcher on Flosstube, and she mentioned that she is a Patreon to Teresa Kogut, and she showed that this was a pattern by Teresa Kogut for her patrons. And so of course I was like, oh, I love that, I need to stitch it. So I went and joined Teresa Kogut's Patreon so I could get this pattern. It's for tier 3 and 4 people, I think, and so you have to, it's like $10 or $13 a month or something, or you could pay for the year, which I did. And so yeah, this is, what is it called? Halloween Sampler. And I don't know what I like so much about it, but I really like a lot of Teresa Kogut stuff. But I haven't like started a lot of her stuff, so I don't know. I'm stitching it on the 32 count scroll Lugana from Bestitch Me. I'm using the whole fat quarter. I don't think it'll take up the whole fat quarter. But I started in the bottom right corner because I wanted to start on that house, that haunted house. So that's all I got. This was just one night of work, I think. And I just pulled fabric from my stash. Fabric from my stash and floss from my stash. So it's like Victorian motto. It's a Gentle Art Old Crow Belsoir classic colorwork. So there's color and cotton. There's a lot, and I got my little thread bling from number 12 Stitch Co on Etsy. So yeah, I'm excited to work on that one. So that's it for the whips. Right? Yeah. Okay, I thought I'd announce the giveaway winner because the rest that I have to show you is haul. So I did a giveaway for these patterns last video, and the winner is Jean Truckee. I'll comment on your comment. Jean, the better way would be to reach out to me through Instagram if you have Instagram, to send me your email, your mailing address. You can email me at mandymadestitches@gmail.com. I am not good at remembering to check that email. So But yeah, if I don't hear from you in about a week or so, I'll try to reach out again too. I'll comment on your comment anyway. But so yeah, these are for Jean Chucky. Yeah. So congratulations, Jean. I thought I'd do another giveaway, but I don't know which pattern I wanted to do. I was going through my stuff and found that I had a couple duplicates. So let's see. Let's do this one. I just finished this last video. Did I show you the FFO? Anyways, I really enjoyed stitching this. This was I stitched it with the called for colors, and this was really a joy to stitch. So if you want to win this one, say Autumn, AUTUMN, and I will send this your way. So those are, giveaway for today. And now I'll just go through haul. I feel like I have kind of a lot, and I think it's because I'm like a shopper, an emotional shopper or something. So not that that's an excuse, but I was watching, who was I watching on Flosstube? What's her name? Homegrown and Handmade? No. She's new. Her name's Mandy. She lives in Louisiana. Gosh, sorry, I can't remember the name of her channel. But she was talking about her baby was sick, and she did a lot of shopping because it helps her anxiety or something like that. And I was like, maybe that's why I have no self-control when it comes to shopping. And it's not like I go to the store and do a bunch of shopping. It's like I shop online for cross stitch stuff. So anyways, all that to say, this is the haul portion of the video. I stitched, what's her name? Starlight Stitching Company. She updated her Etsy shop with some bags, or not bags, but she does these little cross stitch clutch things, which I think are so cute. Yeah, I bought the pattern too to see, but like maybe I'll try to make some of these, because I have all the stuff. I have the interfacing, I have these snaps. I like how she embellishes the zippers with like some beads and stuff. These are super cute, so I got 3 of them. And this one supposedly glows in the dark. I haven't tested it out, but pumpkins and sunflowers. So they're cute because there's like a hidden pocket. I don't know, I guess in case you don't want to put something right by the vinyl, but yeah, there's a hidden pocket in there, and yeah, it's cute, and I'm gonna try to make some. So that was that. I'm in Crazy Annie Stitchin's fabric of the month from Color and Cotton, and so we got June, which is Salt Rock. It's a really pretty like gray color. I get 28 count Lagana. Yeah, fat quarter. So yeah, sorry, my light's going. Where'd my little board go? And then that was June's color, and July's color is Sampler Gold. So that's that. And I really like their fabrics. I'm on like the wait list, or they notify me when they have an opening through actual Color and Cotton. Okay, Primrose Cottage Stitches. They are doing a stitch along for this pattern because it just recently released, and so I got the pattern and the kit from their Etsy shop. And yeah, so I'm excited to start and join in on this. I just have to pull fabric. I might actually use that. I bet that it would look good on this Salt Rock. What do you think? Yeah, well, I'm gonna do that. Decision made. So that was easy. And then finally jumped on the bandwagon for this book. And it actually really has like a ton of great stuff in it. And you can't see the inside because it's all charts. It's all like, ooh, flip through. So there's no actual like, I think there's color suggestions maybe. And there's a bunch of alphabets, and it's cool if I ever like decide to make, oh, hang on, let me throw the yellow ball. Okay, sorry. Had two balls in here for the kids and they want them. Yeah, so the sampler, Brenda Key's sampler motifs book. It's worth it. And then I just kind of went on like a pattern ordering spree. So let's see. Yeah, holy cow. That's why I can't go 2 weeks between videos because I go crazy ordering. I did, I placed an order with, what's her name? Stitchy Stuff. She's on Etsy. I like her floss. It's hand dyer of cotton floss. So I think, was she having a sale or something, or she made new colors or something? So I just ordered some. This is like a fun, very variegated volcanic. Yeah, that's cool. Did I get 2 of those? I got 2. Probably because I thought I would do like a monochromatic piece in that. And so ordered those, and I ordered these. So yeah, just some really pretty colors. And this is like the card that they come attached to. It's Stitchy Stuff. It's just stitchystuff.com. I know these. I order these on Etsy, so I don't know if she has a website, but order these on Etsy. Big crash. I don't know if you heard that. Sorry. Trying to clean up as I go. Okay, and then placed an order with Forest Embroidery a few weeks ago. It actually shipped pretty quick. I saw this kit, Swamp, oh, it doesn't have a name, Haunted Swamp or something like that, Bewitched Swamp. And so it's the whole kit. So I got that. It comes with 32 count linen, size Weigart, and the DMC. And then I saw Chris Cross Stitch talking about the 100 Owls, which is a free chart by Forest Embroidery. So I just ordered the floss. And then for the pattern, oh, where's my Autumn, called Autumn Flowers by Forest. I'll pull it up. I ordered the floss for it from them. And like I said, it didn't really take super long, and I think they're relatively good prices, and the shipping it's not terrible. Sorry, pulling it up. So they're in Russia. Getting there. Forest. Autumn Flowers. So here, it's loading. You can kind of see it. So that's the pattern. So I'm going to stitch it on this purple Fiber on a Whim plum. Yeah, so I got that. Okay, now for all of the patterns that I got. So Priscilla showed this as like a finish, I think last week. This sunflowers in summer. I just, I'm kind of gaga over sunflowers right now, so I ordered that. These came from 123 Stitch. Because you can't just order one pattern, I thought I would try this Mill Hill bead, beads and buttons kit. This came from an Etsy shop called Kingsland Needle Art. This was a Teresa Kogut release like last year. But yeah, there's several patterns in here that I would actually stitch. So everybody kind of raved about it, and I never jumped on the bandwagon because you couldn't see the ones inside, but I like it. And then I can't remember where this came from, but Black Cherry Tart by Plum Street Samplers. I think that's just, I'm all about the birds right now. And Friends of the Heart by Plum Street Samplers. I guess it's kind of fall into winter. This is an ORTM. What does it say? A sampler for my mother, Quaker style. I just thought it was pretty. New colors. And this came from 123 Stitch. It's a Riolis kit. I've never stitched a Riolis kit, but I just thought those birds were really pretty. And I think they were having a sale or something on their Riolis stuff. Scarlet House Fall Frolic. Dear Friends by Plum Street Samplers. Autumn Salt Boxes by Plum Street Samplers. This is a collection, Tra-La-La. I think it stands for Berries of Autumn, maybe. I just thought this was pretty. Annie B's Folk Art, Sunflower Row. This is Easter collection, Tra-La-La, random, out of season, but I liked it. This is a heartstring samplery piece, and I really like the monochromatic. It's called My Necessity. I think it's talking about coffee, but it doesn't actually say coffee on there. Oh no, it does. You're the cream in my coffees. You're the sole in my shoe, my necessity. I'd be lost without you. I don't know. I just liked the sentiment, like band sampler. Cottage Garden, Fresh Flower Market, and then this another collection, Tra-La-La. I don't know what that says. Just more flowers. I got the my October calendar crates from Pet Quarter Shop. I just really wanted this little Stitch Girl one. What's it called? Happy Fall, y'all. This would stitch up super quick, but I've shown the sunflower finish before. I saw Alba Stitcher finish this, and I thought it was cute, so I had to go on the hunt for it. Collection Tra-La-La. The Magic Cauldron, I think. But yeah, I might have to kit that up. It calls for Gentle Arts and some DMC. And also Alba Stitcher enabled me. This is so cute. So cute. Bothy Thread, Snowy Stack. It's a kit. But look at that, it just makes me happy. I don't know why. Just the little animals, they're so cute. Okay, that's it for fall. Because that was plenty. Oh, sorry, my nose. Okay, I think I'm done. I don't have any plans. I don't know when I'll film next. What's next weekend? I probably work at least one day next weekend, and then over Labor Day we're going to Disney World. My husband's best friend growing up lives in Orlando, and so we're gonna drive down there and stay at their house and spend some time in Disney. My kids have never been, so I'm pretty excited about that actually. So all that being said, I may get a video next week. It depends on how much stitching I get done. But if not, I'll just draw the winner at my next video. So it could be next week, could be 3 weeks from now. So, yeah, so that's really all I have going on. I'm going to probably sew tonight instead of stitch. I don't know. I'd like to get more progress on that quilt because it's going to take me forever. What feels like forever. And now I got to clean all this up. So I hope you enjoyed what you saw. Thank you for tuning in. I do really appreciate the comments and the people that have tried to interact with me. I am terrible at it, and I'm sorry. I'm trying to get better, but that's the whole reason I started this video. And I feel like or this channel, and I feel like I'm not doing such a great job at putting myself out there in the community. But it is what it is. So yeah, I'll catch you next time. Thanks. Have a good night.